Now to that major lawsuit involving Tom Cruise's latest movie. Family members are suing the producers after a plane crash killed two pilots. Amy's here with all those details.
That's right, Robin. Two people were killed in that 2015 plane crash in Colombia while filming American Made. And now court documents are showing why the family wants to hold the producers responsible.
We are ordering you to land immediately.
Let's land.
This morning, Tom Cruise is finding himself called out in a lawsuit involving his latest action blockbuster, American Made.
You never saw me.
The family of stunt pilot Alan Purwin, seen here with Cruise on set, is suing the producers of American Made for wrongful death after he died as a passenger in a plane crash following a 12-hour workday. In court documents obtained by ABC News, Purwin's family alleges that several things, including lapses in planning, coordinating, scheduling, and flight safety, led to the fatal crash in the mountains of Colombia. The family alleging the pilot, who also died, lacked the necessary experience for the flight. While Cruise, who is famous for doing his own stunts, and last month even broke his ankle while shooting his latest Mission Impossible installment, is not named as a defendant in the suit. He is mentioned in the court documents. Lawyers for the stunt person's family saying Purwin enjoyed a good working relationship with Cruise, but the demands of filming in Colombia, together with Cruise's and director Doug Liman's enthusiasm for multiple takes of lavish flying sequences, added hours to every filming day, even citing an email a producer sent the film's insurance representative saying director Liman and Cruise are adding entire scenes and aerial shots on the fly. This has become the most insane expletive I've ever dealt with. Last month, while promoting the movie, Liman spoke about the intensity of filming in the jungles of South America.
Like outrageous chase sequences, we're treating airplanes like cars. No one's ever done that before.
Purwin's family's attorney telling ABC News overnight, "We do not hold Tom Cruise at fault at all for this accident. He is the actor. We blame the studios and the director." And we did reach out to Tom Cruise's representatives for comment, but have not yet received a response.
So let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, a media expert and former editor-in-chief of People magazine, Larry Hackett. All right, Tom Cruise and the director not being sued, but what does it mean that they are mentioned in the legal documents?
And using sort of legal terminology, too, right? Using the term like negligent. What they're really saying is they are partially to blame here, but we're not suing them in connection. They're suing the producers of this. The question becomes, did they need to include them in the context of the lawsuit, or is this an effort to draw Tom Cruise's name into the lawsuit? Now, they would say that Tom Cruise is very relevant in connection with this because he was responsible for a lot of the length of the days, the types of shots that they were doing, etc. But to be clear, Tom Cruise is not being sued.
And yet the suit claims that Tom Cruise could have flown the plane because he's a pilot. I can see you're taking issue with that.
Because I don't know what that means, right? In the context of a lawsuit saying that the actor could have flown the plane instead of the stunt people who are hired to fly the planes, to me doesn't mean anything apart from a sort of personal attack against Tom Cruise. Right.
And Larry, the trend across the movie industry, as you know, is to push the envelope, and the audience is sitting there and they're craving this kind of action, but is a way of doing it to be a little safer.
35 years ago, there was the famous Twilight Zone movie, which was a terrible, terrible tragedy in the midst of the filming. Vic Morrow, the actor, died. 2 children died during the filming of a scene about the escape from Vietnam. It was a horrible thing. Happened in the United States, and a lot of changes occurred there after that. So there are ways to do that, but the fact of the matter is, I don't think Doug Liman or Tom Cruise knew exactly how dangerous it may have been. You don't know whether or not these pilots had been complaining to the director and saying, look, this is dangerous, you're putting people in danger. You don't know if anybody was speaking on their behalf. So there are ways to do that, but as you say, whether it's with CGI and things like that, there is a push constantly for making it more dramatic. Doug Liman spoke in that reel just there. And he knew what had happened, right? This happened 2 years ago, so he knew this was coming. But this movie's being sold based on this kind of adventure and suspense. So that's going to be the point realm.
The pilots' families are all suing each other now as well, too, to determine who was flying the plane, who's responsible. So there's a lot of finger pointing going on here. But you can understand why the families are really upset. I mean, I don't mean to minimize that in any way.
Yeah. And Larry, does this have any impact on Tom Cruise professionally, personally, anything?
I don't think so. I think, frankly, cynically, it may put some attention on this film, right? I mean, it's no coincidence that the lawsuit is being filed now and the movie opens next Friday. I mean, this is a conscious effort. I don't think so. I really don't think so at all. No.
But still, thinking of the families, I mean, to lose a loved one in any kind of way, like that.
And if they need the movies released to get attention, so be it.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.